How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, thank you, Valerie. And you're welcome. You're always, you already know. I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I'm trying to, I'm working with Streamlabs, and I'm not really sure how this is going to go. I'm going to be blatantly honest with you guys. This is more of just a test at the moment, so bear with me. That's not what I wanted. Just going to try to see if I could pull up the stream. What's up, dude? How's everybody doing? Okay, so the chat thing definitely doesn't work. I'm printing a trailer hitch cover for an Etsy order that I had come in earlier today. I actually printed it once already, and forgot I got the coloring wrong, so I had to reprocess it. Sorry for the glare. I'm using ABS material, so the door has to remain closed, so it can keep the heat in. Otherwise, I would have the door open so you guys could, really see. But with the door closed, you get a lot of reflection. Let me know. You guys can hear me, correct? Just want to make sure. Someone just in the chat just say yes. Or if you can't hear me, that's a whole other thing. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Thanks for the positive feedback, guys. You guys have been great so far. Honestly, like I wasn't necessarily going to go live. I got to go put my kids to bed soon, but it's summer break and today's the last day of my vacation, so I go back to work tomorrow. But I just wanted to. I'm trying to do more live stuff, and I'm trying to do more with my YouTube channel. So I was trying to see, because I have a subscription to Streamlab, and so I've got this multi-streaming on YouTube as well as here, but the format is not exactly what I would have wanted it to be. And I'm assuming you guys can see like the video being edited as I like drag stuff around. Is that correct? I'm assuming. These are all just assumptions. You know what happens when you assume. Yeah, so again, I'm just trying to figure out like how to, like, the reason why I was going to do this was because if I'm going to sit there and do like maybe some tutorials or something, what I figured I could do is I could open up, let's say Bamboo Studio or Creality or whatever program I'm using. I should be able to go into here, hit General, hit Window Capture. I could add a source. And I should be able to hit done. So now you guys should see my Bamboo Studio screen above my head, which I don't care if you guys see me. I'm like the least important part of the stream, if you think about it. So I'm going to shrink myself down real small here in the corner. And then I could put this here, and then I could go into my actual like files so you guys could actually see what I'm doing. My only downfall to that is now that I'm doing this, I can't see your guys' comments. So I've got to bring this back up and put this over here. Yeah, so I'm going to need to basically get my third screen up and running. Michael, when I see it, I will respond to you, I promise. So PETG on a Bamboo P1S settings to print. What exactly are you looking for? Oh, sweet, man. Brian, I'm glad to hear that you got it to print. So I'm in the process of doing, I've got this is literally one part of a build that I'm doing right now. Are you using a Bamboo printer? You are. You said you're using the Bamboo P1S. I mean, the best settings, I mean, as soon as you load it up, just stock settings. Are you looking for like your support settings? Which settings are you asking about? Oh, nice. You painted it with the acrylic markers. Awesome. What do you mean more than one object? So like right now, like these are, each one of these is more than one object. So like I've got an object here, here, and here. So I just drag and drop these onto the build plate. And then up at the top corner up here, you can click add a plate and it'll add another plate. So I can, drag stuff over to that plate. So you basically have to design these yourselves. And then what I also do is I name these. So I'll especially if I'm dealing with multiple colors. So like you see how this one is named black and this one's named red. So that way, like I'm dragging the files based off of color. At what age would you feel like kids can start modeling? It's a good question. I mean, I've got an 8-year-old and 2 5-year-olds. So I've also got a 15 going on 16-year-old and a 20-year-old. Those two don't want anything to do with any of my 3D printing stuff, and I'm okay with that. They've got their own thing going on. So for my younger kids, though, I mean, I would say 5 or 6 if they're interested. It depends on if they're interested. I think that's the big thing, right? Like, are they interested in it? And if they are, go for it. I don't care what age they are. Hang on, I gotta unlock this for my. Oh, what happened? Is it this or Roblox?
No, Roblox.
Turned.
You're making a Ghostbuster firehouse?
Here you go. Yes, sir, I am.
That's so cool.
I know. I know. It says, hey, I'm trying to repair a model and it's consistently taking hours for them to be completed. Do you have any regular? What are you trying to repair? I need more info. So Robert, is it a like? I mean, that's a harder question. If you want to send me a DM, you can try to send me the image and I can see if I can work with it. It's hard to just tell you how to fix that without seeing the image and playing with it. And a lot of, so here's the deal, guys. A lot of what I do, because I'm not an expert at this in any way, shape, or form. I do my videos and I'm learning with you guys. So, and I've been very honest and transparent about that from the get go. So, but essentially, you know, like when I'm doing a project and I'll, you know, like I just did, what did I just do? I mean, like my Superman clicker that I made. So this project here, like I fumbled through this to create it for the first time. Once I got it down though, that's when I did the video for you guys. Brian is, let me see if I can get into my TikTok while I'm on here. And go in here and activity and no, not activity. Should just be right in here. Yeah, Brian, I'm not showing any messages from you in my inbox. It's possible that TikTok filtered it. But yeah, I even tried searching your name in here. It didn't pop up. Hang on. Yeah, it's not even letting me search for you. Like nothing comes up. Maybe go into my very last video and put a comment in there. Like the YouTube info one. Yeah, but I should be able to search for your name, and I'm searching for your name and it's not pulling up. So something is blocking you from me. I found that sometimes that like TikTok has a weird fraud thing that sometimes people's messages aren't coming to me. What is the best filament to use for light boxes? Transparent. I just try to use like lighter colors. There's not necessarily a best practice for the light boxes. It's a good question though. I would tell you that like I use a lot of whites, blues. I try to, you know, not do, you know, darker colors, but I also like to use like the Bamboo Lab, the glow in the dark filaments. Those are really nice. Hey, Nacho. First colors to get an ABS to make things, do you recommend? Black and white, very standard. Like what I'm doing right now, the hitch cover that you see at the top of the screen there, like that is a primarily black, primarily white, and there's some red lettering in it. So black, white, red, but it depends on what you want to make. Do I have to change the settings for it? No. I mean, I just print in whatever color you want. And like I said, just stay with the lighter colors. There is like, they do make a white that's like a translucent, that's like 50% lighter white than like a standard white. But if you put, you know, a bright enough LED behind it, you're going to be able to see through that. No problem. But like, you know, a light blue, whites, oranges, yellows, you know, those types of colors. If you want to get that, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like if you want to get the silhouette correctly, like do that light color, but then do like the silhouettes you want in black, like that's going to give you the best contrast. Like I've got a light box right here. So this is one that I had made, and the coloring, like this is that glow in the dark. The blue and the green are both glow in the dark. Obviously, the background is just black, and I think that turned out awesome. And when you put it up against some light, unfortunately I don't have a flashlight with me right now, but you can see all of that like lights up. So it's kind of cool. Have I ever had any issues, unnecessary color changes because of internal structures? I have not. Where's my everyday carry? Good question. It's in my other pants. Today is not an everyday, apparently. That's the honest answer. But thank you for calling me out on that. So I just did a video about. So I got this game from TikTok. It's called Go F Yourself. So I got this game. But here's my problem. And if you haven't seen the video yet, you'll understand in a second. I hate card games like Uno and stuff like this because these always get torn up and I always lose cards. So I made this. I made this little box for all the cards to go inside. Well, I didn't make the box. I stole the design for the box off of Maker World and I added the logo to the box. I just took a screenshot of that logo and then I put it on the box. So I'm not going to pretend that I made this cool looking box because I did not. So Tammy says that she's having trouble with her Bamboo printer P1S for globs. Then when it does that line across the front, it catches the glob and messes up the print. So I also sometimes have issues with mine, like that line. So I'll actually wait for that first line to get done, and then I'll grab it off the print. Throw down some adhesive in the front. It'll stop that line from moving, and or dry your filament. So I did a video because there was somebody who like they had basically wrote in my thing like, oh, you should never have to use adhesive, and then I did a whole video about it because I was a little irritated by the whole thing, mainly because like that's just not true because it depends on like where you live, your your altitude, the humidity, the like. There's so many factors that involve or that are that you have to just keep in mind. Oh, Texas, that's a good idea. Yeah, so I did find, so this is, you're not wrong. So what I found on my P1S is that behind the head, so like, when you're looking at the printer like you are at the top of the screen there, like you can't really see behind it. And I did find that I put the bed all the way down and then I used a little endoscope to look behind it. But there was a glob of filament that was kind of at the back end of the hot end. And I had to like take I took my little tools here and I like had to like clip it off. So he's not wrong. That's a really good point. So check the behind your print head. That would be what I would do. Behind the print head might be your best option. Ooh, I need this. The Scrub Mommy Sponge, Scrub Daddy. Yep, that's being printed right now, and I'm going to need a dual one. I don't need to save that later. Oh, look at that. Prints all in one. I need a dual one, though, because I think I have two. Let's go back. Oh, and look at that. His and hers. Beautiful. There we go. Look at that, guys. Oh, it even says his and hers on it. I don't need it to say his and hers. That's so funny. Yeah, I got to tell you the here. Let me show you really quick. I can't really see what the camera sees, but like I've got the new Sunlu unit like drying my filament at the same time right now. So, and I'll do my best here, but you can see the Sunlu here on the top. Like this thing is working phenomenally. So I've got all three of my colors inside here. These are the heating units inside here. And again, this is a prototype that they had sent me. So the actual like one that goes on sale here in August, I believe, that is going to be like see-through and opaque. So this one's just got like a giant sticker all the way around it. But you can see like I have ABS chosen. And again, I'm trying to like see my screen from across the room. So it's got like ABS that has a time frame and like in the temperature, like it's got all the information right there. So I've actually been using that like religiously and it's been working great. So when that goes live, if you have a P1 or if you have the big AMS unit, you definitely have to invest in one of those for sure. Now the question is, what filament am I using for the scrub thingy? Oh, you know what? I'm going to use PETG because it is water resistant, since the Scrub Daddies will probably go on there with some wetness. So the question is, what color PETG should I use? I'm trying to see what I got available. I've got green, I've got blue, I've got purple. I don't want something that's going to be like, that's going to stand out on my, because it's really just going to sit. I think it's just black. I think I'm just going to use Rapid Black PLA by Elegoo. Sounds good. Let me just get this loaded up, guys. We just had a roll of filament hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. This is what happens when you have too many rolls of filament. Can I get an amen if you understand my frustration? Okay. Yes, I did, Texas. That's the new Sunlu filament dryer lid. They sent me a sample of it. They sent me not a sample, a prototype unit so that I could do videos on it before it launches. And yes, there is a moment where I'm like, dang, I feel like I have arrived. Because I just felt very cool. I'm not, but I felt very cool. Well, right now it's down to 18% moisture level, which is pretty darn good. But it's been running for the last like 12 hours. But it's also, the best part though is that it's able to dry while it's working. So like while it's actually in the dryer itself, it's working. So I'm gonna set this Scrub Daddy thing up to print on my X1 Carbon. So I do need to change out though the colors. So hang on for 1 second here. That didn't work. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry guys. That screen just like blew up. Weird. Why is it like jumping around? I really like this the Streamlab thing. It's kind of cool that I can like manipulate it and I'm not stuck. But at the same time, I miss just like being able to read your comments at the bottom of the screen. So it's definitely different than what I'm used to for sure. Okay, well I guess I'm just gonna put that one off to the side because it's not letting me. Again, I don't do anything, Brian, for settings. So I loaded PETG into my AMS system, and it should automatically like when I'm in my program, I'll make this big so you can see this part of the screen. But like, so this is where I'm about to. Where we go? Why does it keep doing that? Does it keep like going away for you guys every time I like? What in the hell? Huh. Okay. Cool. Weird. Okay. Trying to make this as large as possible so you guys can actually see it on your screen. But like, so basically when I'm changing out my filament, so like right here, I used to have PLA and now I need PETG. I just click on the little pencil and I'm using an Elegoo Rapid PLA, or Rapid PETG. So I'm just going to go down to generic PETG, and that's it. Like I could do generic PETG high flow, because that's really what rapid means, is it's their version of high flow. And then I change the color to black, and then I hit confirm. That's it. There's no other settings that I change within Bamboo. I simply just set that, and then when I'm actually in here, the top corner, like when like the color or whatever it is, I come down here and just select the right filament, and then I'm just going to hit slice. And that's it. This is going to take 3 hours and 4 minutes. I hit print. Now it wants to, I see what it's doing. I don't want it to do that. Apparently the letters are supposed to be a different color. The his and hers. I don't care about that. All right, and off to the printer we go. I need to verify that I don't still have a back plate. Now, this being PETG, I could absolutely put my phone on this, and you guys could watch it on here. I also should warn you that my phone's only at 34%, so eventually it's going to kick the bucket for my other camera. All right, let me shrink this up here so you guys can. It's stringy and separate because it needs to be dried. That's why. Now that you said stringy and separating, and separates, that means it's got too much moisture. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, no, Drew, I would say vacuum sealing if you're not going to use it. Absolutely. There are some colors that I have that I basically don't use very often, right? So if I'm not going to use the filament the way that, like, as fast as I think I'm going to use it, then yes, I will just vacuum seal that and put that away. But there's a lot of filaments that I just go through like that. I mean, two projects right back to back, and I'm out of it. So I don't obviously vacuum seal those. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Oh, there you go. Yeah, actually, it's funny. I just got a new thing, and I just refilled all of my AMS systems with the silica beads. It's the way to do it. Don't know why I just talked like that, but I did. Deal with it, people. Deal with it. So that means, though, that what I could do is if I wanted to, I could also let's see here. If I load up, so if I put this over here, nope, I would have to change out this, change this to sorry, again, I'm trying to work with, so that's display capture. Ah, there we go. Done. Now I can put anything I want in this window now, and now you can see it. So if I ever wanted to do a Tinkercad, like this, because this is where I was working on the, sorry for the vulgar, I'll just get rid of that. But if I wanted to show you guys how to do something in Tinkercad, I could do it now. So that's cool. But again, I just lost my chat window, because apparently. Hey, John, this is me figuring out life, apparently. No, I'm basically trying to figure out Streamlab, but at the same time talk about 3D printing. So I've got Tinkercad up on the screen. And then obviously got myself, but I'm going to make myself smaller so I can make Tinkercad larger. There we go. And then I just started a 3D print on my Bambu Lab X1 Carbon right above me. So I should be able to take my webcam though and put it here. Will that put it in front? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now I'm figuring this out. Let's make this just a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, see that now? There we go. What, you got me on both? Brian's got me up on both. He's like TikTok, YouTube, looking at all of it. So again, if I wanted to see, this is cool. This would actually be very helpful to be able to show you guys how to do stuff. This would actually be really helpful. Okay, this is good to know. I appreciate you, Brian. Now I just got to figure out how to get like the chat window to work in this because it's supposed to. So anyway, yeah, cool. Well, hey, listen, guys, I'm gonna be back on here. I appreciate you guys like all jumping on here. This has been really great. I'm sorry it hasn't been very long, but this is more of a just like a proof of concept. I do need to go put my kids to bed, but now that I know I can do it this way, I'll be probably doing more lives like this in this format, and probably simultaneously doing them on YouTube and TikTok, so that way there's like more to see. But yeah, because the whole point of me doing all of this was so that I can bring you guys more. No, I'm not using OBS. I'm just using Streamlabs. But OBS is a good program. I have used it before. I had downloaded Streamlabs a while back, and I got a free Stream Deck thing because I had signed up for service for a certain amount of time. But Streamlabs will allow me to go right to TikTok, so that's another reason why. Yeah, weird. So like the stream chat won't. Yeah, so you have to open it up in a web browser. That's interesting. Okay. Again, I'm learning all this. This is all new. Trying to figure out how I can do more tutorial stuff, but do it live. And then maybe go back and actually like take the video and cut it up and make it into a shorter. So not that I want to cut up the video, but so something just pulled up. Apparently I have a new subscriber. I didn't even know that was a thing. On YouTube. But that was like 2 hours ago. That's weird. Maybe I hit a button. Yeah, good thing I have like my microphone's got like sound dampening because oh, see, okay, now so I can see what's going on the Facebook or on the TikTok side of things. That's interesting. Oh, so you guys can actually see quite a bit. Interesting. Interesting. Look, I can hurt myself. I just hearted my own live. Sorry, that was really dumb. All right, guys. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna jump off here for the moment, but